Okie dokie, I think we are ready to begin now. Which means we'll begin now. Okie dokie, it's 7:01. We are 1 minute behind. Oh well. Create game. Font should we select? Okie dokie. Let's see. We need a start button. Where's the button object? Yes, there isn't one in Click and Play. Oh well. Guess we'll just have to make one then. Create new active object. 32 by 96. 96 by 32. Zoom in. 2 times magnification. That'll do. I think we put a font in here. No. We can just click on this button right there. Put a little bit of text there that says start. With 4 exclamation marks. And it's completely invisible. Why was that? Because it is behind the active object. To the back you go, down you go, and it's still behind. Oh. Guess this isn't going to work then. Alrighty, we'll have to find a different way to start this game. Because there is no button. I guess all we have to do is make the active object that says start. Why? Why not? Pretty much is the reasoning I was thinking here. Now that Atari has gone out of business and the RollerCoaster Tycoon license is in limbo. Oh, I can't talk tonight. I was thinking, why not create my own version of RollerCoaster Tycoon, and why not do it in 2 hours and Click and Play, because I have nothing better to do. So, I'm gonna go ahead and write start. That sort of says start. Good enough. Put it there. Event editor, click on start, click keyboard, mouse, clicks on an object, that, go to the next frame. Alrighty, now we have to make the next frame, which will be our actual game. I was thinking in the past hour or so how this game would work, and it's going to be a bit different than previous RollerCoaster Tycoon games, but hopefully it will be just as enjoyable. If only I knew how to make the new frame. There we go, tools, add new level, add it, and then there we go. We have the new frame now. So now we need to go ahead and create all of the textures. New active object. This is going to be the grass object. You can go ahead and just fill that all out, and then slightly lighter green, add a bit of texture there, some even brighter green, then a bit less green. I am absolutely a masterful artist. So then, actually this isn't going to work because this has to be 640 by 480. So that is gonna have to redo it. Hello, the Dragonfight 100. Welcome to the show tonight. What's this? Something completely unrelated. There is a picture of the United Kingdom if you wanted it, but we won't need that for this game. So, new active object, 640 by 480. And then can we increase the size of this? No. So we're just gonna have to, really, you click the fill button and it doesn't even fill the whole thing, it just fills the screen. So you have to sort of go like that. That's not the most convenient thing in the world. In fact, it's rather inconvenient. Almost done. Oops. Should I make a title screen music for this because I have nothing better to do either? Sure, you can. Sure, go ahead. Why not? Is this the right size? Oh, okay, it just looked weird. Now we need to add the, whoops. Now we need to add the highlights. Oops, I accidentally readjusted the screen. Is that good enough? Yeah, I guess so. Let me know if that looks terrible or anything, and it's fine if your song is terrible, because I'm sure I couldn't do any better. I tried making a song once, and it almost made my ears bleed. It was that bad. That's good enough, I guess. Can't really notice I've done anything there, but oh well. So now we need to make the path texture. This will be an active object. We'll make it 32 by 32. Fill in the path. And then there we go. There's our path. I'll put it there for now, though we'll put it out of the screen at the end. It's just gonna, can't really see it there right now, but I'll just put it there anyway, because I sort of can see it, so my whole point is pointless in that regard. So, actually there might need to be all the textures we actually need to make, because we are now going to use the textures that come with Click and Play to do the rest of the sprites. So I think there's like some ice cream picture for the ice cream shop somewhere. Fast food items. That can be a plant. That can be our burger bar. The burger bar. That can be our fries stall. And somewhere here is an ice cream. We should have an ice cream stall here somewhere, just don't know where that is. What's this? Picture of a credit card. Well, that could be useful for an ATM type thing. Ah, there we go. Ice cream. That's ice cream. That's a slightly larger hamburger, so let's go ahead and use that one instead of the smaller one. And same thing for the fries, that's fairly small too. Instead we'll have a pizza shop. I don't think we'll be eating any video cameras today, though we might be eating some cake, but not if we already have some ice cream, so I guess these will be our shops. Well, actually we should have an that's a big umbrella, but we can resize it. 50-50. Whoops. Didn't resize the 50 there. There we go. So we'll have an umbrella shop. Now we need to create the rides, or find sprites for the rides. Don't actually know if there are any sort of like carnival ride sprites in here. There's a flying carpet, hang glider, there's a plane. These are all planes and stuff. Cars. Thinking that might be our guests. Our guests will be this guy. Again, I think it should be 50% size there, so that's good. That'll be all of our guests will be those people. Let's see. Spaceships, spaceship weapons, space, power-ups, pinball, people parts. See, is there any sort of carnival-esque items anywhere, or will I have to make all of them on my own? I thought there was something like a merry-go-round in here. I could have just made that up. Well, I guess I just made that up. Is there more over here? Nope. Looks like I'm going to have to build my own, or either if I don't want to draw my own, I'll just use something that looks vaguely like something else, then watch it go to the... Where did that even go? It just disappears whenever you place it anywhere. It's a bit weird. Okay, so we can't use the pagodas. I guess we'll just have to build our own merry-go-round and roller coaster and any other thing we want to create. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's make the merry-go-round first. 8 times magnification. Magnify, 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 magnify. There we go, that's the base. Whoops. Did I mess up somewhere? No. Okay. There we go. So now we have to build the... Actually, this should probably be white instead of black, come to think of it. We can change that and then make the highlights. I think the issue with this thing is that it almost looks vaguely decent. So I'll have to try and rectify that as much as possible. Yes, hello to you, eater of spiral galaxies. And yes, it is lopsided. Oh well. I can fix that in a jiffy. Actually, I can't, because a jiffy is 1/100th of a second. And that took probably about 2 whole seconds, so that took about 200 jiffies. My bad. See, now I need to create the horses. So, nay. Those are horses, just in case you couldn't tell. Perfect, so there is our merry-go-round, and now I'll have to make the roller coaster, which is going to be 64 by 64. It's going to be 4 times as big as the merry-go-round, because roller coasters are large things. So let's go ahead and actually no, let's not do that. Let's try this. Let's use the line tool. That's what I want to do. I assure you, this is what all roller coasters look like. Probably. Actually, probably not. Although, to be fair, I've never actually ridden on a roller coaster, so what do I know? Yeah, I think I'm going to redo that later, but I can't be bothered to right now. So, there's our roller coaster. We need to make an entrance. There we go, there's our entrance. Sort of. Put that right there, that's the entrance. And now we have to begin the programming part of this. At least for now, then we can add more stuff later. So we have to go to, actually no, we have to add a counter. So this is going to be the park rating counter, which of course has a minimum of 0 and a maximum of 999. We can display it as a vertical bar or a horizontal bar. Cool. The park rating bar, I think it's yellow. So we'll make it yellow. At least it is in RollerCoaster Tycoon 1 and 2. That's already to the back, so yeah, it just disappears. Along with our 2 pagodas, which are now non-existent. So the counter will have to, how will that work if the counter refuses to display on top of the active object? Well, I guess one thing to do would be to make this a backdrop object. That would work, because I don't think we need that active for anything. So that can be there. Now, is the top of that going to be $9.99 and that going to be 0? That is the question. So we need to go to the event editor to figure out. So start of frame, or start of level, set counter to 600. And ideally this should be a little more than half of what it normally looks like. So I think it is. It's just saying every 1 second subtract 50 from the counter, and hopefully it should work. Yes, indeed. The park rating functions properly. Unbelievable. Something I've done actually works the first time. Might be the not the step through editor. That might be the first time ever I've done something on the stream that worked on the first time. But there we go, that's our park rating. Let's go ahead and make a text object that says park rating. And there we go, park rating. And then we should have number of guests. Oops. Needs to go on top. That needs to be there, and then we need to insert another counter that this will display as numbers. That works. Okie dokie. Put it there. There. Okay, so we need to make this game work now. We need to make this game into a game in the next 1 hour, 38 minutes and 10 seconds. So go to the event editor. Let's see. Every 1 second. Actually, I can just use this. We need to. This needs to shoot an object like that. Shoot in the selected directions in all of them except any that would immediately make it go out of bounds, which would be those. And speed 25. Here we go. Go back to the level editor. This thing needs to have a movement. Select movement. It is a bouncing ball. Speed needs to be like that. Actually, it can be a bit less. That's good. Yeah, so that works. Hopefully now, every 1 second it'll launch that thing. So let's test that out. I don't know if they're bouncing yet because I haven't told it to bounce if it reaches the edge of the screen. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh well, that answers our question. It's not working. Because when... why would it be doing that? Shooting the disco weenie towards all those places at speed 25, it should be bouncing. The only thing I can think of is that it's not launching that disco weenie, instead it's making a different disco weenie, which is not going to help us at all. We need it to launch this one, which... how are we going to do that? Indeed, that guy bounces, none of the others do. So we now need to figure out the proper method of bouncification of the disco weenie. Shoot an object in this frame, shoot that. Okay. Okay. And yeah, that doesn't do anything. Let's see, is there any way to tell the disco weenie to clone himself? Because that could possibly work. What if the disco weenie shoots a disco weenie? If the disco weenie shoots a disco weenie, is that going to make the other disco weenies bounce? I wonder. No. Well, it's going to do that, which is something. Actually, are they bouncing? No. No, they're not. Just going to be weird. Now, hold on. What if I say when that collides with the... No, let's actually go ahead and do something that we wanted to do. Collides with that. Now if we tell it to bounce, maybe now it'll bounce. I don't know if that's going to do anything except make it work, because click and play can be finicky, and some things that you think should work don't work, and some things that you think shouldn't work do, so can't hurt to try all the possibilities. Let's put the path there. And I have to wait until one of them collides with the path. And indeed, they're not bouncing, just as I had hypothesized. That was, therefore, an experiment possibly worth doing. So, this is problematic because we need the disco weenie to bounce on the active object. And if, whenever something shoots an object, the object shot can't have any sort of movement other than the movement pre-programmed to it by the shot itself, then this isn't going to work. Because you can modify the speed that the object is shot at. You can modify the direction it shoots in. However, you cannot actually tell it to do any sort of movement. Which means that we will need to figure out a way to make it bounce, or to get some sort of disco weenie onto the playfield that will bounce. Obstacle, maybe? Object. Only thing I can think of is to make a whole bunch of disco weenies and have them enter the playfield whenever you do a certain thing. Now, are these all going to bounce automatically, or am I going to have to reprogram that for every single one? Okay, good. They bounce automatically. Which is... although I am... Now, hold on. Maybe I don't have to do that. Maybe I can just copy that and copy and paste it 100 bajillion times. These are all disco weenie ones. That may be exactly what we want. So they're all going to bounce in a different direction, but they are all bouncing properly. So that's good. We are making progress. So now what we need to do is okay, I know what we need to do now. Just going to take a minute or so of thinking. And probably what I want to do should be something that's done after I get the rest of the game to work, because that could be just as finicky. We need to make some buttons for the game that will be activated so that you can place these objects on the map. So we need to make the buttons. Path is the first one. So these will all be placeholder buttons, although I'm sure they'll probably make it into the final product. Tools, make new active object. Right, just right. RC for roller coaster. And we need to make a delete button so we can delete objects if necessary. So go ahead and do that right now. D E L. Put that over there. Now we need to make two different cursors. Now this looks all very sort of complicated to you, and that's because it is. I'll try to explain it to you as I go along, but for some of these things it's probably easier to just explain them once they're finished and working, because who knows if they'll ever work. The answer is, of course, I will, but assuming that something goes horribly wrong. I could have just done the 8 times magnification and made that a whole lot easier to make the delete button. And then finish the yes cursor. Put that over there. Go to the event editor. Start of level. Actually, hold on. Every 100th of a second, we need to reposition that picture of the cursor onto the cursor so it will actually be the cursor. Because I don't think I can just select a button and then have it, and then click on something else and then have it delete. I don't think Click and Play works like that. Although I could be wrong. Position, select position relative to... Uh-oh, I hope I can't... Oh, no. I wonder if the option of repositioning something to your mouse every time is something you can't do in Click and Play. It's only possible in Multimedia Fusion 2, in which case the idea I had isn't going to work. Well, there's a surprise, but... Let's see... Score... keep mouse maybe all hope is not lost. Let's just go ahead and ignore the fact that I don't know how to make that work, and make the other stuff that will hopefully work. So, if you click on the RC button, okay, keyboard and mouse clicks on an object, left click. Maybe we could do it with right click. Ooh, that's an idea. So clicks on the button roller coaster. Oh. Just realized that the idea I had of how I was going to put these objects on the park, I had gotten with the idea of groups in mind, and I forgot that I had done that, and I was like, can I build this in Click and Play, or would I need multimedia fusion? I think I can do it in Click and Play. Then I forgot I can't. At least not the way I had intended. So we'll have to figure out another way, which is hopefully possible. Click on roller coaster, and create object. Insert. I'm going to try something here. It probably won't work, but it's worth a shot. Oh no, I can't create it relative to the mouse either. It's only relative to something that isn't your mouse, and I don't think you can make something relative to your mouse in Click and Play, at least not that I know how. Which means I'm going to have to rethink the whole idea of how this game works. You know what the RollerCoaster Tycoon franchise needs? I'll tell you what it needs. It needs a bit of action. So we're going to make RollerCoaster Tycoon 4 an action game. I will explain to you how it works as we go along, or at least I will try to, as it could be fairly confusing at first. Okay, we don't need those buttons anymore. And I don't even know if we'll need all of the disco guys, so I'll move them over there. We will still have the number of guests, we will still have the park rating, but what we'll be doing is moving this thing, which will periodically shoot out the guests, which then have to balance on the roller coasters to increase your park rating, which will then allow you to disperse more guests, which will allow you to hit more roller coasters, which will further increase your park rating. This is probably the worst idea ever created in human history, but it might just work as a game. Hopefully. Probably not, but oh well. Oh, we do need to move it that way. Okie dokie, that works. Event editor should work, I think. Ah, wonderful. Except now it's broken. Stop. Those two things aren't even possible. So I will ignore those for now. Or I'll just delete them. Okay, so that's moving. That's working, that's good. So now I don't want the step through editor. Thank you very little. Event editor, no, level editor. What am I doing? Go to level editor. All of the little disco weenies are not necessary. The movement that this one has is change movement static. No movement for this guy. Okay, every one. Shoot shoot that guy. Shooting the selected. No, wait, no, shooting the, okay, I see. I have an idea. What you need to do is create another object that is 32 by 32. And we'll just make that solid black for now because I don't know what it's going to be. This thing, what it's going to do is it's going to move in a path. Which means it's going to like that. Loop the movement so that needs to be moved over like that. Okay, that's working. That is doing exactly what I want it to do. So now, every 1 second, actually no, it's not going to work right now. You need to go to event editor every 1 second, shoot an object, the disco weenie in the direction of relative to that, 0, 0. Actually 16, 16, shooting the directly in the middle of the active object 1. Oh wait, no, hold on. Don't want to do the step through editor, I want to play as finished. Okay. Certainly going to be an interesting game. Have that. Okay, we have the hamburger, the ice cream. We don't need the pizza. We do have a credit card and the umbrella and the roller coaster. So now this movement, this is going to, they're all going to bounce. Bounce. So, roller coaster is going to be completely random. It's going to be very fast. It's all over the place. This is going to be a fairly standard bounce. That'll do. This will bounce virtually no speed at all. Completely non-random. I don't have the defaults, why not? Ice cream will, no, we don't want path movement, we want bouncing ball. And let's make this a bit slower, but a bit more random. And then finally, the umbrella bounces. It's fairly fast and fairly random. That horn you just heard was not your email, it was mine. So don't bother checking your inbox if you think you just got an email, because you probably didn't. Oh wait, they need to be... I have forgotten to modify, to say if they... Yeah, they need to bounce. Bounce, 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 bounce. Play areas. They are all bouncing. Oh, okay, it's working now. Admittedly, this isn't what I had in mind for a roller coaster tycoon game, but I'm afraid if I'm doing it in click and play, I'm not sure how feasible it would be to do what I want it to do, come to think of it. Maybe tomorrow I'll see what I can do in MMF2 in regards to my original idea to see if I can make it work like that. But for now, I think we're just going to make an action-oriented roller coaster tycoon arcade game. So, start of level. You have a park rating of 600. We will subtract 25 every second. Let's see. Pick or count. No. Compare. Disco-weenie objects in 0 to 0, 6, 40, 480 in the things. Okie dokie. Oh. No, that's not gonna work either. How come nothing ever works like I want it to in Click and Play? Every time I use this program, I come closer to realizing it is the most pointless program in existence when you compare it to the like of MMF2 or even the Games Factory, which was just a few years younger than this. There's really almost nothing you can do beyond very simple action games, at least as far as I can comprehend. Maybe there's a lot of stuff here that I don't quite understand, and therefore I'm not really seeing what potential this program has, but I really don't think it has much potential at all. Although this whole argument is completely worthless because there is a program made by the same developer that does have a lot of potential, and that's MMF2, and I have it, so you do have to wonder, why am I using Click and Play instead of MMF2? Actually, that is a good point. Why don't I use MMF2 to finish this game? We have the start, and save the game as RCT4. It'll be called Ultimate Smash Bros. Again, because it's the first game I made and it just defaults to that every time. But why don't we just import this into MMF2 and finish it in there? Now I can actually do the original game as I had intended to do it. My intelligence level has increased bazillion-fold. What an incredible idea. Games, games, games. Move the window. Come on, drag it into the desktop. Nope, it's not going. Put it there, put it on the desktop. Now move, nope. Can I just copy and paste? It's broken now, it's not doing anything. There we go, paste. There it is. Okay, so minimize that. Now you can't see anything. I will fix that momentarily, but first I will download the music thing that Trisha made. Oh, and it's playing right now. I have no idea if that looks good or not, but there it is. And as far as the music goes, it actually sounds really cool. I like it a lot. Good job. So now I need to download that. How do I do that? Save audio as, probably. There we go. Just put it on the desktop, please. I'm assuming it has been done. It has been desktopped. Go ahead and open up the RollerCoaster Tycoon 4 right there. Oh wait, it did load. It's just still called Ultimate Smash Bros. Like I said a minute ago, which made me completely forget what it was. So, oh. All of the objects have disappeared. Well, that's good. I guess I'll just have to redo everything in an hour and 5 minutes. Hooray! It's now a 2-hour thing. It's gonna have to finish it in 1 hour. The joys. But at least now that I'm in MMF2, I might have a vague idea what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and just copy the Disco Weenie directly from the Click and Play library. Paste it in there. There we go. Go ahead and open the food thing. It wasn't food. Where was it? Where was the hamburger? I can open up Click and Play again and just go through all of them to find it more easily. Guess that's something that could be done. There, possessions is what it is. So go ahead and open up the possessions library, and then we can copy the hamburger. Oops. And we can copy the umbrella. And what else was there? Wait, where did RCT4 go? Because I moved it. That would be why. When NT... No. It's, documents... There it is. Go to... No, it's just completely broken now. Go to level editor, and it just immediately drops me back. Can I go to that? No. Can I go to... I can play... No, I can't even play the game is finished. It's just completely broken. And apparently it has... I remember when I searched for that MIDI. I guess I'll have to exit and then... No, it's just broken. Everything is broken. Brilliant. Okay, so now I can't even remember what things there were, except I can remember the credit card, and it's now just a no. Oh, I'm gonna have to redo everything, but it doesn't matter because I want to redo everything anyway, so I guess that's something. I don't want to select, there we go, those things that are unnecessary. I think that's deleted everything now. Maybe, Disco Weenie needs to be eliminated. I'm pressing delete and it's not going anywhere, so I guess we're gonna have to keep our Disco Weenie. And the backdrop object is completely pointless. Is it the transparent? No, it's not the transparency that's causing it to break. Edit? No. Properties? Can I edit the image? Nope. Everything is slowly disintegrating into complete brokenness. I guess we're just gonna have to make a new active object. Oh no, this is a loading one. I don't want to do that. I want to create my own picture. So I guess it would be in the graphics and animations. Create an active object. There it is. Oh, it's way over there for some reason. Size, let's just make it a solid green thing. Okay, I have the right tool for the job. There we go. That can be eliminated. Let's see, we need to make the entrance, and we are closing in on the halfway mark, and I am nowhere near halfway through making this game. I'm probably like 10% through, which isn't a good sign, but hopefully I can do the 90% a lot more quickly now that I know what I'm doing. Or at least now that I know the program that I'm using. So that will be our entrance. Need to resize this, which is done by just saying 16 and 33. It's done by doing that. Did you even do anything with coasters? Well, not yet, but hopefully there will be something coaster related by the end of this game. Hopefully. Maybe, probably not, but we will strive to do the best we can. We'll always want to be over ambitious so that way we can fall back, and I don't know what I'm talking about. But anywho, we have our hamburger, we have our umbrella, which I'm just going to resize this right now. 37. Okie dokie. So, every 1/100th of a second, wait, no, that's not right. Every 1 second, this is going to launch an object launch disco weenie 2, which you can't see, now you can. Sure. Launch that, and need to set the movement. It is a bouncing ball. That works. Movement. Position. Is it getting... No, wait. Position. Test position. It will leave the play... If it leaves the play area, it will bounce. And now, hopefully, once this shoots... It's shooting way above. Well, we can fix this, or at least no. We can test this by going to the level editor, moving that down a bit. And yeah, it's not bouncing in here either, which means we're going to have to figure out something. Okie dokie, speed is 15. Wait, where, okay. There's the disco weenie. Order to back. Backdrop object right there, please. Can we, no, snap to grid. Oh, we are snapping to grid, okie dokie. And then delete that, so now we can actually see the stuff on top of it. Every... Okay. There's a new object. Well, at least now we actually have buttons, so that's something. Button. Where are you, button? I know you're here somewhere. There's just too many things to go through. Perhaps it's under button. There's an idea. Empty, So, hamburger. It's the hamburger button. Let's just go ahead and make the 128 for now. We have our hamburger. Whoops. Insert new button. Umbrella. Insert another button. Roller coaster is what this button will be for. Move it over to right where it's supposed to go. Insert the fourth button, which will be the merry-go-round, which I'll have to redraw again. Make that 128. And then we'll want a delete button. I think delete. Okay, let's go ahead and just insert active object. Redo the merry-go-round here. Actually, let's just go ahead and do placeholder. So that is the authentic merry-go-round. Insert new object. This is 64 by 64. And this is going to be that, and it's going to look like that. That is our roller coaster placeholder. Let's go ahead and rename these so we don't get confused. And it promptly didn't rename. That's good. Oh, yes, it did. Never mind. That's the other thing. Okie dokie. So, is there any way to like clone this in here? There should be in Click and Play or something of or relate it to cloning. Actually, it wouldn't be in there. We have it every 1 second, okay. Every 1 second would be in here. Animation, object visible, object reappear. Okay, let's just ignore that part for right now and go ahead and, okay, user clicks on an object, click, oh, I guess we can't click on a button. Actually, when you click on a button, its button is clicked, not you click on a button for some reason. So the button is clicked. Let's go ahead and insert a group here. Hamburger. Let's make a group for umbrella. Let's make a group for the merry-go-round, which that would be a merry-round go, but oh well. Then we have roller coaster, and then we have the delete. So click on that button, which is the hamburger button. So that would mean, wait, that's not active when the frame starts. In fact, none of these will be active when the frame starts. Edit active when frame starts. Edit active when frame starts. Okie dokie. Group of events. Activate the hamburger one, and we'll also want it to deactivate all of the other ones in case they have been clicked before, so you don't accidentally make multiple of the same things. Deactivate delete, which means the mouse user clicks create an object, create the hamburger, hamburger 2, sure, yeah, what does it want from me? Enter, escape, nope, it's, nothing is doing anything. It's just broken. Oh, nope, scroll wheel works, that's something. But other than that, I can't do anything here besides scroll. I can scroll, but that is it. I can select, but I can select these things, that's something. Okay, I have selected the hamburger button. Can I, what is this? Sure, yeah. Okay, how do I get out? Enter, shift, ASDFDHGKL, escape. It's, help, we have help. Is it F4, F3, or F2, or any of the other F keys? Hopefully I haven't broken everything. Control Shift Alt, Control Shift Control Alt, all of them combined. I am almost tempted to actually try Alt F4 to see if that helps, because sometimes it actually... Oh, wait, hold on. That's selected, and I don't know what that is. Maybe that needs to be unselected, but I can't. It's just not doing anything. Yeah, Alt F4. Actually, yes, do save changes. Save it on the desktop. And it can't even quit. I think it's saved. Has it saved? It looks like it. Save changes to 19. I don't even know what. Oh, I do know what that is. Okay, there we go. Let's try this again. With less than 46 minutes to go. And we have nothing, pretty much. Okay. User clicks with the left button. List. Okay, we want to create a hamburger. And then it just does this. And I have a feeling it's probably not what we want to do. Oh my goodness, I am so stupid. This program is a bit finicky when you have multiple monitors running, which I do, and I didn't notice that the Create Object menu box had been placed on the other monitor, which I wasn't looking at the time. So there was actually nothing wrong with the program at all. It was just my own stupidity. So, oops for that. That wasted a few minutes. Hold on. I think I might need to create the... I don't want to list that. Let's see. Every 1 second. Position. Select position. Relative to... I think there's some way to get a cursor to go to your mouse. I just don't remember what. This should not be as difficult as it seems like it is. This really should not be very difficult at all. But yet, for some reason, even in Multimedia Fusion 2, I am having difficulties making this thing work. And like, I thought it out in my head, and I was like, oh, that's how I'll do it, and it'll work fine. And then here I am, unable to make it happen. Which is a problem when you only have 43 minutes left to make it happen. Insert new objects. No. I'll wait on that. So we've clicked on the hamburger button, theoretically. Now, when I click with my left mouse button, I want a hamburger to appear where my mouse is. So, I want to mouse show keyboard mouse. Don't set timer, create an object, create the hamburger. I want it to be relative to the mouse cursor. I am going to use the wonderful tool called the Internet to see if there is something I'm missing. MMF2, create object at mouse pointer. Creating object from mouse pointer. That's something. That's an idea. User clicks. No, I don't think that's gonna work. No, come back. No, it's not. Nope. Yes, that'll work. It's really small. No, that's good. Okay, well, if I can just get a cross hair on the pointer, I'll probably be in business. This project, admittedly, it probably was doomed to fail from the start, but I can still make it happen in the 39 minutes. I just have to sit down, concentrate, and get cracking. Crosshair on mouse pointer, and look up everything on the internet. Anyone know how you can have mouse-controlled crosshairs? Please see the help archive. What's the trouble? X position to X mouse. Ah, look at that. That's an idea. Okay. So. Always. First we need the mouse pointer, which is that. Okay. Always. That thing. Always position. Set X coordinate to X mouse. Is that gonna work? X mouse. Cannot understand. Cannot understand. Can I retrieve data from an object? Ah, look at that. X mouse. Okie dokie. Set X position to X mouse. Set Y position to Y mouse. We are in business. Except I've done the roller coaster there instead of the cursor. But anywho, we have that. So now, user clicks with left button. Create the hamburger. Kind of think of it, couldn't I just say X mouse, Y mouse? No, no. Relative to that. Okay. Frame. Click the hamburger button. We are spawning hamburgers. We are in business. Now I just need to do this with all the other stuff. User clicks with left button. 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 There we go. Okay, so create an object, create the umbrella relative to that. There we go. Create an object, create the merry-go-round relative to the cursor. Create object, create the roller coaster relative to the cursor. There you go. And it's track 1 for counter, and let's see. Test for can I test for there we go. Compare to number of objects in a zone, which is from there approximately to there approximately. Oh. Or I could just use this 0, 0, 640 to 480. No, I just want to find how many, not test for how many there are. Okay, let's see. Random. Pick all objects in this zone. I want it to be so for every object on the screen you lose 1 extra park rating per second. However, it's not. I don't know if that's going to happen. User clicks on an object, clicks with left button on hamburger, destroy. Destroy the hamburger. Now does this delete all the hamburgers? Delete. No. No, I can still... Oh, I know what I did. I forgot to enable all the groups. Okie dokie. So when this is the delete button. So click on the delete button. Above events, activate delete. Deactivate the hamburger. Deactivate the umbrella. Deactivate the merry-go-round. Deactivate the roller coaster. Nope, now I'm just building umbrellas. I have... Which button is that? Button 5. Now what's button 5? Delete is button 5. So I click on button 5. Oh, oops. I accidentally activated the group umbrella instead of deactivating it. Deactivate. Okay. So now this should work, I think. Frame, build our hamburgers, delete. Perfect. That works. Mouse. User clicks on an object. No. But yeah, so there's too much stuff here. User clicks on the umbrella. User clicks on the merry-go-round. User clicks on the roller coaster. We will delete the umbrella. We will delete and delete. There we go. So now we need to do the this thing for the other buttons clicked. This is the umbrella, so we need to activate umbrella, and then we need to deactivate hamburger, deactivate merry-go-round, deactivate the roller coaster, and deactivate delete. And we click on this button. We must activate the merry-go-round, deactivate the hamburger, deactivate the umbrella, deactivate. No, wait, we don't need to deactivate the merry-go-round. We need to deactivate the roller coaster and the delete button. Deactivate, oops, hit the same button twice. Deactivate the delete button. And then finally, once you click on the roller coaster button, you must activate the roller coaster and then deactivate hamburger, deactivate the umbrella, deactivate the merry-go-round, and deactivate the delete button. So I think this should work. Let's do a quick test here. Hamburger, umbrella, roller up. These buttons are switched. Oh well, and then delete. You can just click something and it deletes. Okie dokie. Let me retrieve data for the values. Count number of objects. Wonderful. So every 1 second, however many guests are in the park is how much the park value is going to decrease by. I have no idea if that's going to be effective or not, but that should hopefully be okay. So now we need to say when you click on the hamburger, park rating will add 25. The umbrella will add just 10. Merry-go-round will add 50. The roller coaster will add 125. And also we need money. So we need to add a counter for that. Counter, 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 counter. This is going to be our money. Money. Money is 0. Also need a counter for the number of guests. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Create active object. There. Sure, whatever. Oh wait, no, that's not what we want. We want to duplicate. Sure. Is that the same thing, or what's clone object? Okay. We want a clone object. That's what we wanted. So this is going to be number of guests. Oops. Number of guests. We don't need that. Money. Initial value 10,000. I'm worried I'm not going to be able to get instructions made in time. User clicks with left button. What's that? That is counter 3. What is counter 3? Is this counter 3? Number of guests is counter 3. So the money's just counter. Okay. Which is, okay, so it's the 10,000. Subtract from counter 500. Subtract from counter 300. Counter 1,500. And the coaster will be 8. Will be 5,000 for now. We can edit those values, but okay, so we have basically the whole setup of actually, hold on. Counter, is it lower or equal to 0? Insert always. Always deactivate everything. Oh no, you always deactivate the hamburger, the umbrella, the merry-go-round, and those. Oh wait, no, these need to be over here. Whoops. So add to counter 300, add to counter 200, add to counter 1,000, add to counter 3,500. So now we need the gameplay. So now we need the guests. Actually, that thing. No, I shouldn't delete it right now. I could mess everything up. But Disco Weenie. I'll leave him there for now. Let's say, so no way to say, every certain amount, every variable A. I don't think so. I guess, okay, hold on. I have a tutorial somewhere on how to create an object in a random area, which is what I'm going to want. So I need to find that in here somewhere. No, that wouldn't be it. I have way too many folders of stuff. Probably in tutorials, I'd say. Random stars, that was it. I remember this one. So no, that's actually not what I want. Come to think of it. Random card draw. Example. No, I want it placed in a random spot. Actually, this might work. Hold on. Make input set X position. Ah, okay. I get it now. So create. Okie dokie. So we want to say every 1 second create one of those people at there. And then, oh wait, no, we want every 1 second, not there. And then we want to say position set y coordinate to 0 and set x coordinate to, oh no, what was it? What was it? Random 600 plus 10, random 400 plus 20, sure. Whoops. X coordinate to random 640. There we go. And movement start. Oh my goodness, it's actually working, and they're bouncing too now. Unbelievable. The game is working. Let's see. Position. Test position. If it leaves there, do nothing. Which actually, I think, therefore, that doesn't. Needs to play area on the top. Destroy. What about the coasters? We'll get there. We have 19 minutes to get there. Let's see. Pick or count. Hold on. Which, that one. Compare the counter to a value count number of objects. Perfect. Nope, now it's not working. That's an issue. Is it that? Hold on, let me delete that for now. Well, they're coming at something is moving up on the top of the screen. I don't know what that is, though. I don't know if that's an issue or anything. I'm increasing my park rating. Okay, well, anywho, we need to say collides with another object. If it collides, that. If it collides with the basically, if it collides with anything. Is this money? Yes, this is the money. So, someone collides with that, add 5 to counter. Add $20 for the umbrella. Add 10 the merry-go-round, and people will pay $30 for the roller coaster. So oops. So yeah, I am making money now. This is RollerCoaster Tycoon 4. Let's see now. Park rating. Equal to 0. I'm going to put equal, lower or equal to 0. Coasters will be soon, very soon. I'm just making sure the game works first before we go into sprites and graphics and all that. So when that happens, the game is over, essentially. Game over. Game over. Just previous frame, I guess, for now. Hopefully we'll have time to make a game over screen. If not, hold on. Hopefully. Oh no, the fairground image is gone. Hold on, we can get that back. Can also get rid of that. It's here somewhere. There we go. And that one. Copy. And paste. New object, button. This button says start, because that's what it does. Start. And let's go ahead and make an exit button. Even though you really don't need one. Exit. I like to have one. So button is clicked, button is clicked. If that one's clicked, end the application, next frame if that one's clicked. Okie dokie, so that's done. Counter 3. Okay, so place with an always, counter 3, set counter, retrieve data, retrieve number of. There we go, that's working. Number of guests is going a bit weird. It says I have 8 guests even though I'm only seeing like 3 or so. Where is the every 1 second? So Y position to 33. And what is the... Oh wait, hold on. There we go, okay. Stop. And then when that leaves the player on the top, then it can be destroyed. Okie dokie, so frame. Whoa, what is happening? Why is there people being randomly popping up? Something has gone wrong. Something has gone very wrong. But the people will buy umbrellas. That's something. I'm actually making money fairly quickly, surprisingly more quickly than I had anticipated. Build another, but no, build another, there we go. Gotta keep that park rating alive. It's gone. Tad under 11 minutes left to go. We almost have something going on here. However, I need to figure out why there is some... Oh, that might be why. Every 1 second that thing's shooting. Oops. So now it shouldn't be so weird anymore. And also some of them are behind the button, so... we can do something about that. Collides with another object button. Oh, there we go. Whoops. Let's have it bounce on the buttons. There, and just bounce, please. Movement, bounce, 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 blah, blah, blah. Okie dokie. I'm thinking, oops, that, one thing, this needs to be renamed to merry-go-round, because that's what the button does, and then this one needs to be renamed, roller coaster. Oh wait, no, I'm just renaming what they are. Oops. Round, edit roller coaster. I'm going to quickly find a picture of a merry-go-round on the internet. Merry-go-round icon, please. I don't have time to make my own. I'm just gonna download one. More search tools, please. Size, icon. Oops. Now just merry-go-round, please. Thank you. Precisely 0 of these are icons of merry-go-rounds. There's that, but that's not an icon. I guess I will have to make an icon for that. Roller coaster. Surely someone's made a roller coaster icon. Icon for the Roller Coaster Tycoon games 1, 2, and 3. Shortly, I imagine someone will make one for this masterpiece, Roller Coaster Tycoon 4. I guess I'm just gonna have to make my own roller coaster icon as well. Okie dokie. Guess we better get to work on that. Let's remove this and make the line 4. I'll do it. And then it has a loop like that, and then it has, hold on, let's make that like a dark blue or something, and then we'll have some supports. There we go, that's a roller coaster. And this is going to be our merry-go-round. Oops. Size 4. Oops. And then, sure, we'll make it sort of pink bars, I guess. We select those and move them over one. Yes, we can, and didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. We can fix that. Whoops. Want this to be, if you want it to be white, come to think of it. Now I want it to be black and then go over it white. No, no, black please, black, thank you. And then that's good enough, I guess. Make the, whoopsie. So lopsided, it's not even funny. Okay, hold on. Oh well. It's good enough. I don't really have time to worry about what it looks like. But anywho, now we need to make the score thing in 3 minutes. Let's see if I can do it. Insert string that says your score is. The problem is it's not the right font. That's never gonna be authentic or enough. We're gonna have to clone the object, and then we're gonna have to copy that, delete it from there, go over, whoa, that's not where I want it to go. Go over to frame and then paste it in there, replace it, call it, say it is your score is, let's see, and then put it there. And then, okay, now we have to do the score, which is going to be time plus money times number of guests, or something like that. And I have to figure this out in 2 minutes. Okay, so new object, we need a timer. No, we need another counter. Counter of 4. Again, that was my thing. Counter 4, duplicate. Time, oops, time, okay. Counter 4, every 1 second, Every 1 second is this counter 4. Is this counter? That's counter 4. Every 1 second, add to counter 1. Okay, and then always. How do I get to alterable values? Quickly, quickly. Where is it? It has to be somewhere. Hold on. Where is it? Alterable value. I know you're in here somewhere. Compare direction, compare direction, compare direction. Compare counter to a value. I don't want to compare it to a value. Oh, okay, well. One thing I've noticed is that I'm probably not going to be able to do this in 25 seconds, so let's just say nobody saw a thing. There's no possible way that I magically increased the time of the timer to 10 minutes. That didn't happen. I have to wonder where the alterable values are. Unless I've just gone mad. Oh, maybe it's in the thing called alterable values. Well, I guess that answers my question. I have gone mad. Although I already knew that, so it's no surprise to me. Alterable value. How do I say? Well, for one thing, this is the umbrella. The umbrella does not have the alterable value. This has the alterable value, which doesn't say alterable value. So maybe I'm not quite as mad as I thought I was. But I want, actually, hold on. What I need is to say global value compared to global value A. Global value A. Now, how do I say the score is equal to? Yeah, when you say compare counter to 2000, if it, yes, that's correct, but that's not what I want right now. What I want is to say whatever the score is, that's global value A. So I can take the global value, bring it over to the next frame, then do some calculations with that to calculate the score. I can compare the speed of counter 4 to a value. I can compare the acceleration of counter 4 to a value. Unfortunately, it's not moving. So, need to figure out a way to do that. It's probably somewhere, let's say always. Maybe this is probably, I need to say always set global value. Change of global value, set global value A, retrieve data from an object, object 4, just current value. Well, that's that was simple, much more simple than I was making it out to be. Set global value B to, this is going to be the money, so current value of that. Then global value C, global value C is going to be the number of guests in the park. So A is the time, B is the money, C is the number of guests in the park. Let's go ahead and insert object, insert a counter, counter go there. No, we don't want to do that. I'm going to say is start of frame, counter, set counter to. Okay, so A was the time. B was the money, so global value B times global value A times global value C. Syntax error. Wonderful. Do I need parentheses? That seems like the likely culprit here. No. Cannot understand expression. How do you do multiplication? Maybe it's because it's that instead. There we go. That's it. So if I run this frame, it's probably going to be 0. If I imagine... so now we need to go here. Need to change park value to not previous frame, but rather next frame. We need to run the whole thing. Start it. Build a whole bunch of umbrella stands. I think that's the best thing to do here. And then once... Also, that says time as well. I'll need to change that. Build a roller coaster in front of nobody. Yeah, come to think of it, using the letter X to signify multiplication was probably a very stupid thing to do. Need to build the merry-go-rounds. And I'll build you don't have any hamburger stalls, come to think of it. I'm actually making quite a bit of money. And also, I need to build some more umbrella stands to increase my park rating. Look at all the money. Your score is 5,751,900. Wonderful. That was actually almost fun. I struggled to believe that. Number of guests. I forgot to clone that instead of duplicating it. Yes, that needs to go away. That needs to go there. This needs to say money. Oops, money. And now what I need to do is add sound effects. So, Frisha in the chat made a nice music for the intro, so we'll go ahead and do that. Start a frame, music, play and loop. No wait, play and loop music. Play and loop music from a file desktop. Thought I saved it to the desktop. Oh, it's looking for MIDIs. So I need to say play a sample. Play and loop sample. Oh, MMF2 doesn't seem to like MP3, so I'm going to need to convert that file to like a wave or something. No, it can play like OGGs and wave files and stuff like that. Just can't play MIDIs, I mean, not MIDIs, MP3s by default. And also, we are running out of time again, so nobody saw that. Nobody saw it again. It's not like that's the second time that's happened. It's never happened at all. The clock's just doing that on its own. So I thought I loaded the convert I used. Nope, it's just not loading. Thought I saved it. Okay, there it is. RCT 4.1. Properties. It is an MP3. Yes, MP3. No, hold on. Oh, up, there we go, okay. Up, no, up. And this is, oh, wow, it took a long time to load. And then it loaded twice. So, there it is. So then we need to, if I convert it to wave, it's going to be like 40 megabytes. What else did it say it could play? Samples, play, sample, browse. Wave, OGG, AIFA, FF, MON, ITS3. I haven't even heard of half of those. I don't know, I guess I'll go with an OGG, because wave files are really large, and I don't want it to be very large, so I'm just going to say convert to OGG. Add jobs, oops, added 2 of them. Remove that one. Go. And now it's going to save in the videos folder, even though it's a song. Don't ask me why it does that, but videos. There it is. Properties, 897 kilobytes, even less. Copy that. Could just cut it, but oh well. Paste it. There it is. Start a frame, play, and loop sample. We will choose this one, the continuous loop, and make sure that works. Okie dokie, it's working. A tracker module is something where instead of having the actual audio wavelengths recorded into a song, like an MP3 or a WAV file, it's basically just the sheet music. It tells the computer what to play. It's sort of like a MIDI file where it doesn't actually include the music. It just includes the sheet music on how to play it. So it means file sizes are really small, and also means you can have really interesting computer-generated music, although you can't really do live performance music with that because it's very hard to get accurate sounds of like pianos and guitars and all their complications and stuff like that. But now we need I should probably change the cursor to something more like a cursor. That's a bit of an oversight. Oh, whoops, that's a line. I don't want a line. I want that. Is there like something that says don't show the mouse cursor in here? Sounds vaguely familiar. Runtime options. I guess not. Oh well, it doesn't really matter that much. Let's see, do we even want to? Oh my goodness, is this complicated? Do we even want to add some of the hilarious click and play samples? Or would that potentially ruin the experience? Well, I think we should at least play a MIDI. Play and loop music. Yeah, I might have to put in the B sound effect. Let's see. The click and play musics. These are all the musics that came with the actual version of Click and Play that you would buy. There are actually a lot more samples and library images than there is in the version you can download. There's a separate download I found somewhere that had all the extra ones, so that was good. So I don't know. I'm just gonna go with this one because I've heard that one before, and I think that one's fairly decent or something. Anywho, we'll only actually we might make a sound effect for clicking on the stuff. So samples, play sample, browse, click and play samples. Is there any way to make this big? Yeah, there we go. Now we can see more stuff. I'm just going to go general. That's not anything. That's a bike bell. It's not really the sound of placing something down. That's not either. Nor is that. I don't think this is going to have the effects, maybe. No. Good enough. Play sample boing high. Let's see what other sort of samples there are here. Let's do the voices, because these will be the guests. Samples. Merry Round Go. I just made a typo there, and I never bothered to fix it. So yes, it is the Merry Round Go. Let's see. This is a roller coaster, I think. So this should be the Well, that's something. I don't think that's the sound of someone going on a roller coaster, but it's certainly a thing. That's a baby crying. That's not going to help us.
Beep.
The world-famous bee sound effect. Yeah, I guess I sort of have to use this one. I will use the R, and then for this one... Well, the bee is an animal, and you know you ride on animals in the merry-go-round, so why not have the bee sound effect for going on the merry-go-round? Also, I didn't reset the timer for a third time. You get the umbrella. Play the sample. So play the sample Sweet. Where's that? It's like Got Lucky, I think.
Sweet.
Yeah. For some reason, Sweet is called Got Lucky. You think it might be called Sweet, but no. Instead it is someone admitting that he did what was told of him in a Daft Punk song. And finally, the hamburger sound effect must be
Blast.
I really like the blast sound effect, but I don't think it really goes with eating a hamburger. I think there might actually be a sample of someone eating a hamburger in here, which would certainly be decent, or certainly work. Twang X'd. What's that? Makes sense. Virus. I have no idea how that's supposed to resemble a virus in any way, shape, or form. Here's vibes. Starnet. Oh, it sort of hurts your ears, that one. Blast. Okay, I'll do blast for this one. Oh wait, no I won't. I'll use blast for when you delete something. That would actually make a lot of sense. So, indeed, you just need to be over here, actually. Whoops. Play sample blast. Okie dokie. So now play sample. See if we can find the eating people maybe. Some more people yelling and stuff. These sound effects are just so ridiculous. Natural maybe? I thought natural might be something like of nature, like trees rustling or birds chirping. Instead we get Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. And finale, which I might use for the Your Score Is. That one really hurts your ears. It's like nails on a chalkboard. People! What do people know? I think we were already here. Maybe there isn't a sound effect for eating, unless it's in movement. No, I guess I'll just do, laughing, sure, why not? You laugh when you eat a hamburger, why not? Every 1 second I want to play the sample cha-ching, if there is one. Effects. Let's game on. Oh, that one. There's like a cha-ching for sound effect. Like, not a sound effect, for a cash register. Something like a cash register that says cha-ching because they're entering the park. It's sort of like in the actual Roller Coaster Tycoon games. Perhaps that doesn't actually exist. 10. Also, I just received a notification that Monotone Tim just went live, so if I had any guess at all, I imagine I'll lose all of my viewers in the next 5 seconds. Which is fine with me. Oh, I guess it's breathe now. See what that does. It's loading. It's not working properly, I know that. Because for some reason, I don't think that sound effect is supposed to play. I mean, not the sound effect, the music, the song, is only supposed to play in the... Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just got a 24 notifications in like 1 second from Worms3 congratulating me. I won my game against someone because they took too long to take their turn. For some reason, it decided to give me 24 notifications of that. So thank you, Worms3. Now what was I doing? Oh. I know what the issue is, and it's that it's... Oh. Well, maybe not. It shouldn't be playing sounds over frames. Well, then why is it? Run. Maybe it's because it's running the application or something. I don't know. Just run the frame, please, and don't crash. Or don't break. Tilt him to play it on the stream, maybe. Might seems like something he might be interested in, maybe. Probably not, but none of these sound effects are playing, and it's just the music. Well, one thing is that, first of all, the music, I know what the issue is. The issue is that the music is playing and it's interrupting the other stuff. So I think I'm gonna have to, what if I'm just gonna edit that out for now, and I'm gonna see what happens then. Start, it loads. Oh, okay, it's playing the song there. So apparently, I have accidentally told it to play the sample RCT 4.1. It sounds like several times, which doesn't sound very good. Play and loop sample on the desktop. 0 times. Okay, so we'll fix that there. Somewhere here, I have messed up something. It's playing the wrong sample. And what the weird thing is that it's not. Indeed, play sample. None of these are the song. None of these are RCT 4.1. So why would it be playing here if I don't even have it told to play at all? It's just gone mental. Boing high, boing high, boing high, boing high. Blast, 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 blast. And here it's laughing, got lucky, B, and R. It should not be playing RCT 4.1. And yet it is. Anyway, that is very weird. Is it something I've set here? Did I accidentally go into the global... Is there like a global events? No, I didn't accidentally go into the global events. Also, don't pay attention to the fact that I've reset the timer for the 4th time. This is genuinely baffling why it is playing that. Here's what I can think of doing. There. This is all the things it's playing. Can I delete that? Delete? No? Can't delete that. Thinking maybe I could delete it and then reinsert it. Hopefully it wouldn't cause the problem to happen anymore. Okay, let me go ahead and save it. What is it saving as? RCT. Okay, it's saving as RCT4 in the desktop. Yeah. I'm going to replace it. I'm going to close out of this and then reload. Maybe that will fix the problem. Save changes to... Oh, no. Wonder if it's not overwriting the old exe when you test it. Well, let's see. Run application. Start. No, wait, hold on. Is this the MIDI? I can't... I'm losing my mind. What? I can't remember if this is the MIDI or the... If it might actually be playing the MIDI. I don't know. But right now it's certainly very slow. Undiscoverable playback error. Well, that's not... It was working before. Hold on, let me go to frame 1. Play and loop sample from a file. Play that one. Unlimited times, and run the frame, please. Now it's just not playing at all. It's broken. Maybe the file got corrupted somehow? I don't know. Seems very weird. Can I play this in VLC? Or is that going to break too? No, it works in VLC. Okay, but, well, first of all, I think the song that was running was actually the MIDI. It just sounded similar to me, and it was confusing me. So we need to run the frame. There is a issue with sound effects they're not playing, which is a bit of a concern. And also the MIDI is really choppy. I don't know if that's because I have so many things running at once. I guess I can close out of VMware. Suspend, please. And maybe that'll free up some resources. Let's try running it now. Okay, well now it's playing the music, so that's something. And again, it's taking even longer to load now. Uh-oh. Now it's completely broken. It's just given up. Oh! Now, hold on. Is it working?
Sweet.
It's sort of doing something I don't really know. I don't think we can have the breathe sample play. I think it's playing too frequently and it's messing things up. Let me try running it as the frame again. I just picked a sample at random accidentally, and then I just didn't change it, and apparently it was that, which is a bit weird. And now it's just not playing the samples at all again. That's fair. Why is it playing them like then, but not now? And indeed, it wasn't playing the music before. That's very weird. It's just gone completely mental. I don't know what to do now, unless it's something to do with the global settings I have here. Machine independent speed. Let's try that. Let's see if that helps. Nope, it refuses to play the samples still. Hold on. Do I need multi-samples on? Is there... Let's try that. Nope. It's still not playing any sample. Why did it do it that one time but not any other times? It's very weird. I'll just go ahead and tell it to play the fanfare sample now before I forget. Play KMP samples. Not even from run application. I'll try that. After I do the, what is it? General, I think. Yeah. Okie dokie. I will save it. Run as application, please. And now it's not playing the music. It's just decided to play any sound effect a third of the time. Like, when it wants to, it'll do it. Let me try running it again. And now it's playing. Go again. It's playing that time. Playing that time. Playing that time. Maybe it just need it to load up. And it's not respond. It came back when it did this, and that was the one time it actually played the sound effect. So hopefully, this is a good sign. Ah, okay. I think this might be a bit too much on the sound effect side, but it's almost nice like this. It's like it's very interesting. Your score is 5,449,180. Score last time was around 5 million as well. That's very interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and reset the timer one more time. No one saw that happen. I think This is almost finished. Let me just run the frame again. If it doesn't work. Actually, hold on. When it played the samples, it didn't play the music. I don't know if you noticed that, but when you run it as the application and it freezes for a minute and then it comes back, it'll play the samples but not the music. When you just run it like this, it'll play the music but not the samples. Is it just that the music is breaking everything? If I delete that, will it work?
Sweet.
Yes. Well, that answers that question then.
Sweet.
Why don't I just say play sounds over frame, so that way the music will just, the 1 minute sample will just play forever. That might make things better. I guess so. I guess just playing sample music works. I think it was something to do with the MIDI. Maybe it's my computer, maybe the sound font I'm using is messing things up. But not having the MIDI seems to make everything work. I guess it was the MIDI that was messing everything up. Need some more umbrellas, gotta increase that time. You know, I wonder if there's a point where you can eventually just get guests to go through so many umbrellas that you can build more umbrellas so quickly that your park rating will never have enough time to decrease all the way. Found a way to break this game. Let's build a bazillion umbrella stands. I think so. Look at how quickly my money is increasing. Good grief. I can hardly click fast enough now. I wonder what the maximum number of objects you can have in here, if there even is a maximum. I guess we're gonna find out, because I essentially have infinite money now. I need like a click trainer or something. I'll just click every 100th of a second. How many umbrellas can you have? Still building new umbrella stands. And now we build so many umbrella stands, it's resetting the guess, which I guess eventually means yeah, now it's running out. Eventually, I'm just going to run out of guests and I can't build anymore. And that's it. Well, once you figure out how to beat the game, it's actually quite interesting. Yes, I've ran out of umbrella stands, and now I have to wait for the park rating to decline. And then I'll see what my score is. Although it'll actually be negative because my money's going to be negative, and it's like, I think it's calculated money times time times number of guests in the park. So actually that means my score will end up being 0 because I have no guests. So there's actually a fair amount of strategy to this game. Can you believe it? But yeah, I think this is... Actually, hold on. Oh, look at that. You can delete objects. This game can continue. Oh dear. I know 40,000. I can just let this go. On my park rating, I think it's going down now. There is a bit of yellow stick to the side. I don't know if that's just a glitch or if it means it's gone over and it's going to come back. But I'm just going to let this go until it hits the bottom to see what my score is going to be. I think it might just be colliding with the umbrella spikes. So let's see what my score is. I have 150, so $160,000, $170,000. I feel like umbrellas are the key to success in this game. $200,000. Our rating's about 0. Your score is the maximum. 99999999999. Brilliant. We did it. We beat Roller Coaster Tycoon 4. Well, that is certainly a game. Let me rename it from Ultimate Smash Bros. Can you speedrun this? Sure. I just have to upload it to the Glorious Trainwreck site first. That's a good enough logo. Can I import something? Can I import from... No, I can't import from sprites used in the game. Oh well, I'll just leave it like it is. Roller Coaster Tycoon 4, the author is me. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, I think that's it. Still says Ultimate Smash Bros. Properties. No, it doesn't. Okay. So I guess build all. I don't know where it's going to build this. It's going to build it somewhere. It's built. Don't know where it built it though. Probably, is that it? I think that's just the MFA file. I don't think it's built. I think I'll need to go to computer to find it. Computer program files and Multimedia Fusion 2, please. Thank you. Is it in here? No. Is this, what is this? Is this an EXE? No. Oh yes, yes it is. That's exactly where I built it. Indeed, this game works. Okay, now to submit it to the site I'm going to submit it to, you need to make a screenshot. So I'm just going to build a few things here to make it look like a game thing. Print screen. Also 10 seconds left. The game is finished though, so It is a 32-bit EXE, so it will work on any computer. Also time's up. Go to Paint, paste the screenshot. There we go. Select, please. Can you zoom in some? See if we can get this right on 640 by 480. No, because I can't move to the right. There we go. There we are, and crop it. Save as. Just Alt Print Screen. Yeah, I need to get in the habit of using Alt Print Screen. I just forget all the time. Oh well. This is RCT4 pic, not PNG. I'll save it in the desktop. That'll work. My score is 3,486,480. Also, what's the file size of this? 1.83 megabytes. That is fantastically small. Actually, what's the size of that pic? Only 13.7 kilobytes. That's actually surprisingly small, I guess, because most of it's just one shade of green. Can I need to 7-zip it. Zip, extract to compress, no. Just add to that, yeah, this outzip, sure. And then rename this RollerCoaster Tycoon 4 R. Looks like I need to sign in. Let me do it over here in case it glitches and it shows my password. Not like really matters. And then in connecting. There we are. Let's see. I need to submit a game. So it would be in my account. Favorites game. No, where would I post? That's it. Post a game. Game name, RollerCoaster Tycoon 4. This is the screenshot. It's going to be RCT4 pic. Upload it. RollerCoaster, RollerCoaster, merry-go-round, hamburger, umbrella, no, umbrella, Tycoon. Attach new file. Maximum size is 200 megabytes. I don't think this is gonna be that big. It's 1.54 megabytes. And upload that. Uploading the file. There we go. Game link. It's not playable online. Description. This is the sequel to the world famous RollerCoaster Tycoon series. In this game, you must build roller coasters, merry-go-rounds, umbrella shops, and more to earn as much money and park guests as possible before the park rating reaches 0. I do have two spaces between the and world famous. Good job noticing that. I should put a bit of instructions here. Each object built will increase your park rating, giving you extra time to achieve greatness in the theme park world. In the theme park universe. There we go. It is made for Click of the Month 74. And preview, make sure it's looking all good. There it is. That is the pick. And see, submit. It's submitting. There we go. Roller Coaster Tycoon 4. There is the link for all of you to download it if you are so inclined to. And, well, I guess that's pretty much it for me. I don't really have anything else planned tonight, so I guess I will see you sometime in the future. I might stream some next week. I might actually do some video game corruptions where I basically take an old game from like the Sega Genesis or NES and then use a ROM corruptor to make it do all sorts of weird stuff, which is something that interests me for some reason that I don't really know. So I might do some of that next week, but yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Don't forget to follow if you want to catch up on all of that stuff. Don't know exactly what day of the week I'll do that, but probably sometime next week I'll do that. So I guess until then, I will see you later. Thanks for watching and goodbye.